Okay, so in this video we're going to talk about how to improve your low point so you can get the ball in the ground and compress your irons. If you execute properly on these drills and you do not get better with your compression, I'm going to be shocked, and I want you to tell me in the comments that this doesn't work, because I'll be very, very surprised. Okay, the first thing I want to mention is if you are continually hitting fat, it might be because your concept is wrong, because the club has loft, and many people, when they see the ball flying in the sky, they think that their job is to make the ball go high. So they have a scoop complex. If the club has 25 degrees, we do not want to launch the ball at 25 degrees. We want to launch the ball around 15 or 16 degrees. So we should actually be taking the angle away. The loft hits the ball up, not you. That's the first thing. Okay, so if you have the concept to hit the ball high, that would look like this. I would use my body, I would release my hands, and I would add loft to the club. We can easily switch that concept upside down. Now your job is to hit the ball forwards and low. So you've got to brainwash yourself into that. Like indoor, I've got a target on the screen, but when you're outdoor, you're gonna have to visualize you're hitting under a tree. And just see how low you can hit the ball, because that might fix your low point straight away. The hitting the ball low approach might work for the people who have a bad concept, but for those who have a bad habit, they might need something more aggressive. So what we do, we can use some tape, and I want you to tape this to the ground. Okay, I want you to put the ball 1 inch before the tape. Take the ball away, and I want to see if you can touch that tape. If you hear the sound, you've got it correct. So this has got an instant feedback, so your brain can learn quicker. I don't care how long this takes. You might need to buy a mat at home, put some tape down, and do 300 reps every day until your percentage of success increases. Maybe at the beginning, if you do 300 reps, half of them you fail, half of them you succeed. And then the next week, 60% and 70% and 80% and so on, until after say a month or two, you can do 99% of your swings hitting the tape in the correct place. This kind of practice is a continual progression. It's not a bounce up and down. It's a skill that you are developing. Okay, so you just do this at home. Because this is a task, it's very clear to your brain what you need to do, and you get a digital feedback of yes or no. So there's no room for interpretation or misunderstanding. Okay, so just the pure intention of trying to touch this tape will make a lot of the things that you want to happen, like weight shift, holding the angle, happen automatically without you consciously knowing. I know a lot of people want some juicy information about some special technique that will make it happen. So they want to know the details. 4 inches this way, keep the angle of this. I know that's what people want, but honestly, just hitting the tape is enough. All right, so you've done your practice at home and you can hit the tape easily. Now the next stage is taking it to the range and hitting balls. So you can get something soft. This is just a piece of foam. You could use a head cover, anything. Now, you want to put this about 1 foot behind the ball, and then I want you to get ready. Ball position still slightly left of center, and then I want you to put the club behind the foam or behind the head cover, whatever you've got. Now from here, I want you to hit the ball clean without touching this. Now, there is a way to cheat this, so you could actually swing really out to in, and you basically move your whole circle to the left, and you end up having a good low point control, but then you hit a big pull or a slice. So the caveat is you've got to have a good target, so you need some kind of intermediate point and a target in the distance. Your job is to hit over there with a low ball flight and not a slice. If you find yourself cheating and always coming over, then you're going to need some other kind of block, so you can use a ball. So you have your target line, and then you have the arc, and then you put the ball blocking the outside in. So now you've still got to miss this and miss this. So you cannot cheat now and come over it, because you'll definitely hit the ball. Now, when you do this drill, you're naturally going to do all of the things that you want to understand without you even knowing that you're doing them. So the first thing that's going to naturally happen, you're going to shift earlier and more. You're going to start rotating more. The second thing is you're going to have more pressure down on the grip, which keeps the club head up for longer. Now, if you feel what a fat shot feels like, you're going to sense that the pressure on the grip, you're actually pushing down and pulling up on the left hand, which makes the club come down. And then if you do the opposite of that, you're going to feel like you pull the grip and you come down, which keeps this up. So it actually feels like this. And when I do that, I can really exaggerate my low point way left. So I wouldn't mind if you practiced exaggerating the low point way left. And then, once you've got that sense, come back to the drill. Let's put it here. Boom. Okay? Okay, so stick to the principles of what I'm talking about here. It's not rocket science, but it takes time to build the skill. There's not really a quick fix for this. It just takes time. So hit the tape, hit the ball low. You can miss the sponge on here, and then listen to your strike. Hope that helps. See you in the next one.